guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here. Have you guys ever heard of the Yellow Brick Road in Benidorm? It's an area that gets a lot of interest online on the Benidorm forums, but I know some of you that are not regular to Benidorm have not ever found it, probably because it's not actually yellow. Well, for today's video, we're going to be taking you for a look around the Yellow Brick Road. Where is it? What's on it? And why is it worth a visit the next time you're in Benidorm? The real name of this street is Calle Murcia, and the stretch known as the Yellow Brick Road starts at Rockstar on Calle Girona, that's the main strip road, and it runs right the way up the side of Rockstar and carries on up to the top by the Rio Park Hotel. Decades ago, this was a dusty, windy track which served as a shortcut through the main streets of Benidorm. Sandy in colour, which is where it got its name as the Yellow Brick Road. It has since been paved and is now black in colour, but the nickname the Yellow Brick Road has stuck. When I first moved here 20 years ago, this was a real busy little area. Unfortunately, when the financial crisis hit in 2008, a lot of these little businesses didn't make it and the area became quite run down and neglected. It also got a bit of a bad reputation for pickpockets, which I don't think it deserves anymore. When Benidorm started to recover from the financial crash, we did see a lot more businesses opening up on this street, and it seemed as though it would be rejuvenated into a lively area again. Sadly though, then COVID happened and we all know the story from there, and a lot of the businesses on this street didn't make it. But there are still some places worth a visit on this street, which we're going to show you just a little while. This first stretch in between the Calle Girona and the Calle Lepanto is probably the area that is still the most run down, with just the Terrace Bar and the Mariciel apartments open on this stretch at the moment. But as we make our way further up, there's a few more places. The next stretch of the Yellow Brick Road, or Avenida Murcia, starts in between Churchill's and the Ibrox Bar on Calle Lepanto. On the corner, the first unit on this little stretch is again an abandoned one. Sad to see this place closed down. It used to be a very popular chicken restaurant, El Corral del Pollo. Could be a fantastic venue, I think. It's got a lot of potential. That maybe we'll see somebody being brave and get the investment in. As you can see, there are still so many places empty and left abandoned on this street. It really is a shame, as it used to be such a busy little area. They have cleaned it up in recent years, but I think there's still a lot that could be done to bring this place back to life. There are a few places on the Yellow Brick Road that did survive the COVID pandemic, and you'll find them at the top of this little stretch of the Yellow Brick Road. The Humber Pilot. On the other side of the road is a charity shop. You've got the Liberty Cafeteria, and then the place we're going to feature today, Winnie's. Diane from Winnie's Bar, it's lovely to see you.
Thank you, lovely to see you again.
So you took this place on just before the lockdown. What was your sort of incentive for getting a bar on the Yellow Brick Road?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really know anything about the Yellow Brick Road because it wasn't yellow.
Yeah.
And I've only learned that through people who live here and obviously the tourists. But taking a bar here, I was very interested in the size of the bar. The outlet was lovely. Location to me was lovely. Far enough away from the square, but close enough to the square. And yeah, and that's what we do love. But this bar is purely food, the yummy mummy food. Not for the big stag and hens, probably on the drinkers, but yeah, for the breakfast and for the dinners and the evening meals, absolutely fabulous.
And since being here, what do you think about the location? What do you think could it be improved on the Yellow Brick Road?
Massively, massively improved. The urbanisation, the maintenance on the urbanisation outside my bar, Winnie's Bar, is lacking very much so, with the tendering of the big historic tree that's, if you come and visit, you'll see it's outside the bar. It's massively overgrown, and it would be beautiful for it to be trimmed back and remove the hedges. It's a barrier between customers and the bars, and the thing is, the Yellow Brick Road gets cleaned the pathway here doesn't get cleaned. It needs to be a flow. It needs to be a free flow and an open welcome to people. Yeah.
I was just saying on the way up here, this used to be such a busy little area. It's a shame, and I would really love to see more people just coming up here just for a walk and trying some of the bars on here, because there's some lovely little places. You're one of them. Do you think people are still put off here on an evening because it's very dark?
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Once the darkness hits, the street almost goes dead. But that's to be expected. Again, back to the urbanisation and the maintenance of the outside of the trees and the hedges. Majority of the lighting either is not working or it's stuck up in the middle of a tree.
So that's the town hall needs to get on that and sort it.
And I feel that that's dangerous for anybody living here or for the tourists to walk about, even if they're on their own, because we've got a lot of elderly here at the moment and they walk slower. So we don't want them to be potential for a mugger or just to carry that threat. With
better lighting would, of course, definitely help that.
Better light, and it'd be beautiful. Even if they put some twinkle lights on these beautiful trees.
Yeah.
They're fabulous. You know, and just to put some twinkle and a lovely flow like they've done on the Mediterranean with the big lighting. Something needs to be done on the Yellow Brick Road to enhance that and help people choose to come a little bit further away from the old town.
Yeah, and walk and choose
explore.
to have a walk up here without feeling scared.
Yeah.
We're leaving Winnie's now, and we're going to continue on our little tour of the Yellow Brick Road. As we approach the next stretch, which goes over Calle Ibiza, you can't help but notice the massive monstrosity, big white elephant that is the Benidorm Culture Centre. The Culture Centre, which started in 2004 and is still not complete, is a massive obstacle for businesses in this area. Constant building work for almost 20 years has, of course, put people off opening businesses here. But there are some people taking that jump. There's a brand new Japanese restaurant on this stretch, and next to that is the Northern Ireland Supporters Bar. As we approach the top of this stretch, which runs onto Calle Jaén, you can see the area where the council have actually spent some money. They've redone this whole street, and this side of the culture centre, the first phase, has actually been completed. The Calle Jaén looks great now. It's been refurbished and prioritised for pedestrians. Let's just hope that the Yellow Brick Road, Avenida Murcia, is the next part to get a bit of TLC. It really does need it. On the top stretch of the Yellow Brick Road, you've got two massive and very popular hotels here. The Survey Group Castilla and the Med Player Rio Park. So it's not like this is an area which isn't frequented by tourists. It's a very busy area, and they really need to make it more welcoming for tourists to stay around here. The Yellow Brick Road does continue for around another 200 metres. It leads up to the street where you'll find Tommy's Bar, but we're going to leave it here today. What do you think of it? What do you think of the Yellow Brick Road, guys? Let us know in the comments. It's definitely got potential to be a lovely area once again. Let's hope that the powers that be see this video and agree with us and put some effort into bringing the Yellow Brick Road back to life. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got loads more great videos planned for you, and also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.